Alright. Fine. Let's go ahead, everybody. So now we are going to learn some important words. Okay, for the very basics of your income tax. Okay. So some words will be given in section 2. That much everyone agrees. Definitions. Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Check here. Did we go to the word of person? Did we see the word person in section 4?
Yes.
Income tax will be charged on person. So person is also going to be defined in the section 2. Again, yes or no? Correct? So check. Person means what? Section 2, subsection 31. Person include. That definition is there. Fine. Then check. Section 2, some important definitions. India is defined. Because obviously whatever income is earned in India, that will be taxable in India, isn't it? Yes? So the term of 225A, okay, section 2, subsection 25, the term in India means territory of India as per article 1 of the constitution. That is okay. Article 1 says even J&K is an integral part of your India. So even that is there. It's territorial waters. Territorial waters means what? Up to 12 nautical miles we have our territory of India. That means can you earn some income on water?
Yes.
Obviously yes, isn't it? You can have your cruise, you can have your restaurant, whatever it is, or you can have any event on water. There are many also on casinos or only in ship, that is on water. In Goa you see there. They are not on land, it is on water.
Dating.
Huh?
Dating.
Dating? Delton. Achha, I am not heard. In Goa?
In Goa, Panji.
Okay. Seabed, subsoil, underlying such waters. I mean that is obviously part of your India. And we not just on surface, also beneath. Okay. Then continental shelf. Let us check. Continental shelf. Exclusive economic zone. Have you heard of this, bacho? Economic zone, SEZs and all. Special economic zones. Have you heard of that? Or any other specified maritime zone and airspace above it, its territory and territorial waters. Okay. I mean basically all of that. Exclusive economic zone, other maritime zone, whatever that is declared. Whatever it is declared by government, that is all part and parcel of India. Again, not very important definition from your syllabus point of view. But whatever income is earned over here, that is will be taxable. So right now we're talking of, you can say area where income can be earned. Now check. This word will be there. Much. Assessee. Right? Check. Assessee. That is what? Section 2, subsection 7. Then you have what? Obviously assessment. Section 2, subsection 8. Correct till here, everybody? Yes or no? Correct? And then again we have, check this, section 2, subsection 9. Assessment. Yeah. So here we are having lots of these words being repeated, that is assessment. Okay, so write down in a notebook. So first of all, spelling. Okay, be careful with the spelling. ASSESS. Okay, it is ASSESS. Just normal meaning of the word assess means what? What do you think? To assess.
Valuation.
Okay. Anything else?
Cross verify. Cross verify.
Cross verify. Okay. Yes. To assess means to verify or check. Okay. To assess or just assessment or assess. It means to verify or check. Okay. Fine till here? Cut-off dates have you written in your notebook now? Cut-off dates that we have written for your relevant syllabus, whatever examination will be there. Okay. Fine. Now, to verify or to check. The process, pay attention now. The process of verification or checking is known as assessment. Right now. Did you understand the meaning of the word assess? Now pay attention what all words we are going to learn. Assess means from that assessee, assessment here. Assessing officer also we are going to understand. Did you understand? All of it is coming from the word assess. So assessment, write down. The process of, okay, checking or verification. The process of checking or verification. Done? So will you be able to tell me what will be the meaning of the word assessment year?
The year in which
The year for which, or the year in which the verification or checking is done. The year in which the verification is happening. Correct, everybody? Fine. Now the checking or verification, whatever we are doing, of what? What are we checking or verifying? What do you think?
income. ITR.
Income. The income of a person. That will be checked or verified. That is assessment. In the assessment year, it will be checked or verified in the assessment year. This is okay till year. Whose income we discuss? The taxpayer's income. The taxpayer's income. So whose assessment, bacho? Whose assessment? The taxpayer's assessment. Not taxpayer. So the person who is checked is known as assessee. Understood? Right now. The taxpayer whose income is checked is verified, let us say verified or checked. Okay, the taxpayer whose income is checked is known as what? Assessee. Is it clear? Whenever in doubt, use the word taxpayer for your own understanding. From syllabus point of view, assessee only. Clear? And now you tell me, bacho, who will verify them?
Assessment officer.
Did you understand earlier? Assessing officer. Assessing officer. Okay? The authority. Who will, okay? Who will verify income? Whose, bacho?
Assesses.
Of assessee. Over here you can write AO also. That is AO. Assessing officer. Or we also call it as ITO. Means what?
Income tax officer.
Yes. Income tax officer. Whether all of you will have your own assessing officer, all of you will have your own assessing officer. That means you will be under a particular jurisdiction. So that authority is your, will check your income. Did you understand till here? So all that is coming from one single word, which is assess. Assess means to verify. Who will be checked is assessee. The year in which will be checked is assessment year. Who will check is assessing officer. Is it clear, everybody? Done. And CBDT obviously is your, you can say, the most important authority for income tax. Regulatory. Yes. Clear till here? Right. Let's go back to our notes then. Check. Let us go through assessee bachcho first. Is it okay? हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
2-7, it was. Assessee. Now pay attention. Again the reference is coming, okay? Pay attention. Assessee again means a person. Again, income tax is supposed to be charged on person. So assessee means a person. By whom any tax or any other sum of money is payable under this act. This act obviously means income tax act. So the taxpayer who on whom any tax or other sum of money is payable is known as what? Assessee for the purpose of Income Tax Act. Okay. It includes and all of that. We will see all of that. We will see. Okay. Remaining part of the definition. Right now we are doing very much simple. Right. Then assessment check. The procedure by which income of an assessee is determined by the AO or ITO, assessing officer. Clear till here? The procedure, that is assessment. Clear? Yes. Now check. Very important point. Assessment year. Very important. Okay? Assessment year. Let me tell you, Income Tax Act as such is not, they don't use the word financial year as such in Income Tax Act, or you can say the Income Tax Act is for a financial year. We don't say that. The Income Tax Act is for the assessment year. That is first of all the very big difference. So whenever I don't have the book right now, the Act itself. On Act also it is written assessment year. Income Tax Act 1961 obviously, and for the assessment year. Are you understanding? That is the importance. Check now. This means a period of 12 months. Okay. So obviously it is year over year. Clear? Simple or not? So it is a period of 12 months. Commencing on 1st April every year. So by default your AY, now we will call it as what bacho? In short, AY. Fine, assessment year. Will begin on what? 1st April every year. So it is year to year. Simple. Now pay attention. The year in which income is earned. The year in which income is earned, okay, is the previous year. Is what bacho? Previous year. Now don't get confused, okay. The year in which income is earned is previous year. Now let me tell you very simple. Let us say I talk about, let us say financial year 2020-21. Chalega? 2020-21. Financial year. I am using this. You understand this very easily. What is the time period? 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. Simple deal. Now income will be taxed for a year. Now here it will follow financial year by default. How? We will come to that. Now let us say income is earned. Pay attention now. Over year. In this period, it will be taxed. Obviously. First of all, when will you understand or determine what is actual income? As on 1st April or as on 31st March or in the middle of the year? When can you exactly tell me what is the income for the year?
31st March.
At the end of the year or after the year. This much is simple till here. We will determine income after the end of the year. Clear? We will be paying taxes by many methods during the year. Advance tax, TDS, self-assessment tax, whatever it is. Okay? That all we are going to see. The tax will be paid. When will you declare the income? Who will declare the income? Assessing officer or you will declare?
Assessee.
Assessee will declare. You means assessee. Assessee will declare by himself. When will he declare? During the year or after the year? Now pay attention. Important. Okay? Here we will declare income. Clear? After the financial year, I am going very easily right now. Okay? We will declare the income. Now let us see again. After 31st March 2021, but are we starting with financial year over year as such as per calendar in 21-22?
Yes.
Are you understanding what I am saying? A financial year is over. That income you are declaring in the next financial year, obviously common sense. Yes, till here? Okay. Now only when you will declare the income, after that only verification will happen. Are you understanding or no?
Yeah.
Clear? So once you declare the income, after that somewhere your verification will happen. That means what will happen? Can I say this? Assessment will happen. Yes or no? Are you understanding here? So assessment year again is a period of 1 year. It will start on when now? 1st of April. That is what they said, no? It is a period of 12 months. It will begin on 1st April every year. Yes, till here? So in this right now example, 1st April 2021 is the beginning of the
Assessment year.
assessment year. See here, assessment year by default is a period of 12 months. That you cannot change. That is what they have declared already, income tax. Okay, that you cannot change. Even if you are declaring after 3 months, 6 months, 5 months, still it is considered as the year in which you are declaring. Clear till here? Now tell me, assessment year in this example is which year? 21-22?
Yes.
All of you agree or not? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, good. Assessment year is 2020. I am writing here. Assessment year is 21-22, where you will declare the income. Income earned in which year?
April 2022, 31st March 2021.
For the year 2021. Did you understand or no?
Yes.
Are you understanding both this relationship now currently right now? Income is earned in 2021, declared in 21-22. Correct or wrong? Income is earned in 2021. That is the reason assessment year is becoming 21-22. Clear? And simply pay attention. The year in which income is earned is known as
Financial.
Previous year.
is called as previous year from income tax point of view. Now again, pay attention. And we are comparing now 2 years. Clear? 21 and 21-22. Same example I'm still continuing. Okay? Income. For the same example, what happened in 2021? Earned. In 21-22, can I say assessment or declared, whatever you want to say? Is okay?
Yes.
Clear till here? Now one more thing I told you, this is assessment obviously year. Okay? One thing I told you here, it is what called as previous
Year.
year. Now can you understand the logic why it is called previous year? Because first importance as such we give to the term of assessment. Just now I told you the Income Tax Act is also made or prepared for an assessment year. So in assessment year what should happen? Okay, whatever will happen, that is for the income earned previous year or in the previous year. So the word previous year is nothing but a year immediately preceding. Preceding, you understand?
Yes.
The year immediately preceding the
Assessment year.
assessment year. This you have to understand. That is the reason it is called as previous year. That's it. For your own simple understanding, previous year is as good as financial year in which the income is earned. Clear?
Yes.
So everything as such is from assessment year's point of view.
Is previous.
Wherever income you is declaring, return is filing, officer will send you love letter, whatever it is, whatever will happen, assessment will happen. But it's for the income earned in previous year. Got it? Pakka? Good. Check. The year in which income is earned is called as previous year, and such income is taxable in the immediately following year. Whenever you are declaring it as such, okay? In the immediately following year. Did you understand or not understand? The year in which income is earned is known as previous year, and such income is taxable in the immediately following year. Now this immediately following year should be called as what?
Assessment year.
Best, you got it. Which is called the likha bhi hai. AY, assessment year. Simple. At the rates prescribed by the relevant finance act. Clear till here? Chakas. Now, your exam, let us say, is in 2020.
So means sir, suppose in the budget speech, finance minister has amended some rates for the next financial year. So for the assessment year, the previous year's financial rates will be applicable. No?
Huh.
For the next assessment year.
For the next assessment year.
Assessment year. Like suppose.
I didn't get your question. Give me numbers. Give me numbers.
In the budget speech, suppose
21.
21, finance minister.
It is applicable for financial 21-22. That means AY is
AY is 22-23.
fantastic. Correct. 22-23.
So the assessment will be done on the 21-22's.
In 22-23. Assessment for the year 21-22 will be done in 22-23. Understood? So you write FY or PY, it is as good as same. Income tax we always write PY. Got it? Yes? Pakka na?
Yes.
Good. Check. I'll obviously give this again to you in writing. But what is it saying? Which is called Yogya. At the rates prescribed by the finance act. Barabar? Rates are given in the relevant finance act. AY so and so is applicable for May and November, whatever. Now pay attention. From your point of view, I'm saying you are giving in May or November 2020. In my notes, you will see lots of dashes like these. Because I'll tell you why, the reasons you will understand later on. 2021. Okay. So you are giving exam in 2021. For you, the PY applicable, the previous year, pay attention. Or the financial year applicable is 2020-21. That is AY
21-22.
21-22. Sorry. Okay, so here later on you will fill in the blanks. 21, 22. See, again, as of the cutoff date of April, you do not know the current this what you can say budget, but as of the current you can say as of the April end, what budget right now we are still following is financial year, last financial year 2021. That's why that AY is what 21, 22. Got it? Are you understanding what are we doing here? Right? Done. So in the notebook right now. Two types of years we are going to write down. One is what? Previous year. Another is what? Assessment year. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the previous year? The year in which income is earned. And assessment year in which
Income is declared.
checked or assessed. Year in which income is checked, is assessed, you can say, or checked. Example, we will say PY in short 2021. Okay, for that relevant AY will be what, bachcho?
22. Sorry, 21, 22.
21, 22. Done till here? Simple? So now whenever you talk about taxes no or year, you have to be very clear. Financial year, PY or AY. You'll always see this confusion. Banks will ask you for a particular year, you'll have to ask financial year. Because some people know that only little bit, so they'll need AY, RMA, but we always call it as PY or FY, whatever it is, okay? From, you can say practice point of view, we show both PY as well as AY, just for the sake of clarification. Okay, done till here? I hope you already know the contents of an act. Act will have what bunch of chapters, sections, subsections, clauses and subclauses. Are you aware of that? Yes? Simple, not really? Yes? And definitions as such are also of two types. Any definition if you check in any law, it will be mainly of two types. One will use the word means, another will use the word includes. Okay, right now. Done? It is wide or general or inclusive. Now what is the purpose of these definitions? That means every definition has this word either means or includes. Means is very specific, narrow, and includes is very wide or general. What may be the reason that they may use this word? Means is we are limiting our scope. There should be no confusion. Okay? When the lawmakers, whoever made the laws, they don't want any kind of confusion. This is like, okay, this is it. Nothing else can come in that. Then that time they use the word means. But when the lawmakers don't have enough word, this will also come, that will also come, this can also come. So they use in that case they use the word includes. Understood here? There might be so many words which might be missed from the definition. Or if they want to cover each and everything, it will become a very, very lengthy definition or a very lengthy book. You understand till here? So they keep it kind of limited, but in that case they use the word includes. Now for example, the first and foremost thing which should come in your mind, we are learning income tax. So what is income? This also should come in your mind. So what do you think? Income is a very small, narrow definition or a very wide definition? What do you think? It is obviously a very wide definition. So many chapters already we have in our syllabus. So what all types of income can be there in the world? All that should be defined. That's why they give the word kind of includes. They use the word includes in the definition of income. Understood here? Got it? Check. Where were we, bacho? In assessment. Is it okay till here? Fine? Yeah. Now check. Section 3, previous year. Are you understanding what is previous year by the way right now?
Yes.
The year in which income is earned. The year of which tax will be paid or calculated. Yes? So PY and AY, they go hand in hand. Exactly consecutive, one after another. There is no break or gap as such. Fine? Understood here? Sure. Now check. Section 3. It is not given in section 2, it is given in section 3. Okay? Previous year it means what? There is confusion or no confusion? No confusion. Very, you can say a specific definition. Very specific. Means the financial year. Again the word what bacho? Year. That means it is a period of again 12 months. By default you can understand that. Financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. Again, when you say financial year, it is a period of 12 months. Now, first of all, pay attention. First of all, be very careful. Now, they don't want to tell you any dates over here in the PY, in the previous year definition. They are not using the word 1st April, beginning on 1st April. They are not using the word ending on 31st March. It is just saying it is a financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. Okay? The year in which income is earned is called previous year. This we know. Now, pay attention. AY means what?
Assessment year.
Assessment year. In the assessment year definition, whether a beginning time is given,
Yes.
beginning or ending time is given as such.
Yes.
Yes, it is given. It is say 1st April. Clear? Now let me again give you an example. Let us say if it says 2021 AY. AY is 1/4/21 to 31st March 22. But what does PY say as per definition, bacho? Immediately preceding to AY. The year. So it has to be year. No? It has to also start with what? 1st April 21 to 30. Sorry, not 21. 20. 20 to 31st March 21. Understood here? Write down this also in a notebook. PY and AY. That's what PY is your immediately preceding year to AY. But we are still talking of only one single income. Done? Clear? Now check. Business or profession newly set up. That means if at all you are earning the income for the you can say for the first time, or the business itself has come into existence for the first time. Okay? Are you understand here? Now let us say that if there is a person A. Okay? Is it by default everybody's birthday is on 1st April? Is it by default everybody starts earning income on 1st April? It can be anything. So let us see if I talk about financial year 2021. Somebody has got a new job as on 1st, let us say July 2020. I understand till here? For the first time in his life. Right? In which financial year? 2021. Correct till here? For the first time is earning the income from 1st July 2020. And he will obviously for the financial year he will keep on earning till 31st March 2021. Isn't it? Now he didn't have any income from the month of April to June. Are you understanding here? But again, since there is no income, whether his previous year will begin from 1st April or 1st July is what we are going to understand till here. Clear? Eh? But again, having said that, what is the AY assessment here?
21-22.
AY is still 21-22. Did we see in the definition of AY? It is a period of 12 months. It is a period of 12 months by default. AY is a year. Always keep that in mind. You cannot have a 2 months of AY. You cannot have a 6 months of AY. You cannot have 10 months of AY. It is by default 12 months. Even if you have income, no income or whatever it is. AY is always a year. Okay, 12 months. Done? Now check. Pay attention. Previous year will commence from the date of setup of such business or profession ending on 31st March subsequent. Ending on subsequent 31st March. Okay. It will commence, begin when?
Setup.
On the date of setup. Now pay attention. If there is a company, pay attention. Same thing I'll tell you. Is company a separate legal entity?
Yes.
Company is always a separate legal entity. Correct, Elia? Again, if I give you the same example, company's date of incorporation, for example, is 1st July 2020. Correct, Elia? Now, whether the company was in existence before this date? No, it was not there. But it is earning income for the year 2020-21. Yes or no? But from which date onwards? Only 1st July onwards. Clear? Eh? So we cannot directly say the PY is from 1/4/20. That will be wrong. The PY is not beginning from 1st April 20 because it is not into existence. The first year I am talking about. So for this company, the PY will begin on 1/7/20 and will end on obviously 31st March 2021. I'll repeat again, pay attention. What does it say? Previous year will commence from the date of setup. For the sake of example, for the company will say date of incorporation. Okay, it will start from that date of setup of such business or profession and will end on what? Next 31st March. Whichever 31st March will come into picture. Clear or not? कुछ समझा कि नहीं समझा? Again, if I give you another example, pay attention. If I still talk about financial year 2020-21, clear? Again, let us say B company. Its date of incorporation. This is the difference between companies at and year. Pay attention now. Its date of incorporation, let us say 1st March 2021. Is it in the same? Is it in the financial year 2020-21?
Yes.
Still, now its PY will be what to what?
1st March to
31st March.
1st March 21 to
31st March
2021.
correct 31st March 2021. Clear till here? That means just 1 month of previous year. Possible. We can't help it. Whichever is the next subsequent year. Next subsequent year 31st March. Got it till here? Yes? Done? So as such for new business, this is only for what bacho? Newly set up businesses. Clear till here? Pay attention. If a source of income comes into existence, that means you're starting it for the first time. The source of income comes into existence in the said financial year. You're beginning with that income in a particular financial year, new income. Just like I gave you example of salary. You know? Then previous year will commence from the date on which such source of income comes into existence. Just like I told you salary. If you only join a job on 1st July, your again PY will also start on 1st July. Clear? And will end on again 31st March of the financial year. Or you can say next 31st March. Got it till here everybody? Yes? Samjha?
Yes.
We'll do a very small question today. Okay? You can give obviously a reference number and all because that question number will not change, the number will not change. But we'll check that. Okay? Pay attention everybody. You can read the question. A is running a business from 1999. A is into business. Determine the previous year for the assessment year. Again, you will see the dashes over here. Okay? If at all you want in your notebook on the first page, okay, you can write it in very big capital letters, something like this. for your syllabus, for your examination, what is the PY? Tell me this. And AY is what, bachcho?
21, 22.
Because for the entire syllabus, this is what we are going to follow. Wherever you will see dashes and dots, it is for this one. If it is PY, then 2021. If it is AY, you write 21, 22. Done? So your notebook for income tax should show like this, that it is for PY 2020-21 and AY 21-22. Done? Now did you understand why I put dashes and dots over here? Because every year this changes. So every year, that is the reason it always tax notes are so late compared to others. So over here for your syllabus it is what, AY 2021-22. Okay, please see again we will read the question. A is doing a business in 1999. Okay, determine, or you are asked the previous year for the AY 21-22. What is the previous year?
2021.
2021. Are you understanding or no? So write down in the notebook. Question number 1. That page number you can write down later on. Okay? What is as per your notes later on. So leave some space over there. You can fill in the blanks of the page number later on. Okay? Right? The business is in existence in what time, bachcho?
1999.
Is it a new business or old business?
Old business.
It is old business. So there is no concept of newly set up in this. Are you understand? So check. Right now. The business is in existence. You know? The business is in existence since a long time. Since a long time. Okay? Therefore, the previous year is 1/4/2021 to 31st March. Sorry, it is what?
2020.
2021. Again, say it's a new question, no? 1st April, 2020 to 31st March 2021. We will call this 2021, yeah. 2021 because too much hectic. We will call this 2021. Chalega? PY 2021. Okay? For what year? For the assessment year, which one? 21, 22. Clear hai? Done? Second question. A chartered accountant sets up his profession on 1st July 2020. Okay? Because we are right now talking about current financial year. So it is 2020. Okay? Determine the previous year for the AY 21-22 and 22-23. There are two sub questions. First, let us talk about for the AY 21-22, what is the previous year?
1st July 2022, 31st March 2021.
Very good. And for the next assessment year?
1st
April
April.
2022.
Right. You got it? Ask if you have doubt. Right. It was business or profession? It was profession. The profession, right, is newly set up. The profession is newly set up on what?
1st July
1st July.
2020.
1st July 20. Correct? Therefore, PY will begin from when?
1st July.
1st July.
Yes. 1st July 20 to what?
21.
31st March 2021 for AY. Which one?
21,
22.
21-22. Correct? Next line. However, for AY, which one is now next? 22-23. The PY will be. The PY is from, tell me,
1st
1st
April
April
2021.
2021.
31st
21 to 31st March 2022. Right? Clear? Done? So little bit of PY, AY is clear now, basics. Yes, assessing and everything is clear. Let us go to the definition of person now. Even in assessee it was written what? Person. Assessee is a person. So person will just see the types of person now. Important, okay? Check. First very much simple one will begin with. Person. Can you see that?
Yes.
Person includes, there are only 7 of them. Keep that in mind. Okay? Person are how many bachcho? 7. For the sake of income tax. So person again includes. Okay? These are all your taxpayers, types of taxpayers for income tax purposes. An individual, an HUF, Hindu undivided family, company, firm. Your bachcho firm also includes LLP. Keep that in mind. Okay, for income tax purpose, firm and LLP is same. Association of persons or body of individuals, whether incorporated or not. Incorporated or not means what? Whether registered or not under any particular law. But if they are coming together, it is an association or body of individuals. Then local authority means which one again? Municipality, corporation, gram panchayat, cantonment board, all of that. Okay. And now check. Every artificial juridical person, it is not judicial, it is juridical person. AJP in short, okay? AJP, artificial juridical person. Pay attention. Not falling, okay? Within any of the preceding categories. Preceding means earlier category. That means what? If at all there is any kind of taxpayer which is not fitting in the first 6 categories, then we still have to tax him or we have to understand him. Then we go to category number 7. Every other or every juridical person. That is what we call as bachcho what? Residuary category. What do you mean by residuary bachcho? Very good. It is remaining. I think in costing also we'll learn all of that. Residuary. Fine till here? Clear? Eh?
Example of this.
We'll see all of it. Everything will be there. University will come, yes, AGP. Then you have some lord or deities, or you are taking some money in name of the god. Now God is nowhere. God is not an individual, not a HUF, not a company, not a firm, not a AOP, not a local authority. So if you're taking money in the name of God, again that is your AJP. Right? Universities obviously are example of that. Just for residual, you can write remaining. But that remaining, the things of the will be there in the notes, no? You will get that. Okay. Clear? We'll go through the next ones quickly. Yeah. Check. Individual. Again, it means a natural person, human being. Okay. Obviously includes both male and female and third category, whatever it is. That is also allowed now. Properly, they have the recognition in PAN also now. Okay. Means male, female, or whatever. Pay attention. It also includes a minor or a person of unsound mind. Do not mix your contract act over here. Okay, minor or person of unsound mind, they are unable to get into contract, but it doesn't mean they may not have income. They may be represented by legal representative, or their income may be taxed in someone else's hand. That we will have to see. There are many rules in income tax. Understood here? But they are also assessees. They are also individuals taxpayer for income tax. Understood? So keep that in mind. Even a minor is your individual. And person of unsound mind also is an individual only. As long as they are human beings, they are individuals for income tax department or law. And in case of deceased person, okay, deceased, gone. Now again, is it compulsory to die on 31st March? That happens in your partnership accounts. You kill him on the exactly end of the month or beginning of the month. Okay, is it true in any natural cases? No. So for the time period till which he was alive in the financial year, obviously no. There is no case of earning income afterwards, or he might have done some FD and all of that. Income may still be coming from somewhere, some share, something or the other, dividend, etc. Okay, so there can be that. But can he again come up from the coffin or something and then file his own income tax return? No. So for him, the assessment would be made in the hands of legal representatives. Understood here? But still his own income tax return will be filed. Who's? The one who's gone. But who will sign? Not him. Someone, him or her, okay? His legal representatives. Got it here? I'm doing a little bit short of HUF because short means I'll do it, obviously I'll go through that. Hindu undivided family, usually we, in normal sense we call it as a joint family. But again for income tax purpose, you have to be what? Hindu for that. Again, HUF properly not defined in the act. So we have to take from customs or any other law wherever HUF is given, okay? But again, please keep in mind this is a separate act. So don't directly borrow some logic from another act. So check. HUF is not defined in the act itself. What is HUF? So to take from normal sense. The expression is however defined under Hindu law. Okay, Hindu law means Hindu whatever other laws you have for Hindus as a family which consists of all males lineally descended from a common ancestor. Again tough. And which from one bloodline we say, from the males. Okay, but includes their wives and daughters also.
Scions.
Scions. What is that?
Scions means Vanshaj, no?
English word.
Yes.
Scion.
Scions.
SCION.
SCR.
रहेगा. Old English or what? I don't know. देखना पड़ेगा. I don't know. ठीक है. Check. With effect from 6th September 2005, I think the Supreme Court had said that daughters also have been given the what? Co-partnery status. In that HUF, you have a Karta and others are co-partners. So females are also part of your HUF. Okay? Co-partnery. Daughters, I'm talking about daughters. Okay? Now, daughter came into existence or was produced in the family. Correct? Daughter. Isn't it? It is from the family. Wives are coming from another family. Keep that in mind. That is the difference. So, one belonging in the family, they will be part of their own HUF. Okay? But one which may be coming from outside, they may not be part of your HUF. Keep that in mind. We'll come to that. It may be noted that only the co-partners have a right to partition, so they can ask for partition of the joint property. Who? Co-partners. So tell me, bachcho, can daughter claim for partition? Yes, because she is part of co-partner. No, she is a co-partner now. So co-partners have the right to partition. Okay? A daughter of a co-partner, okay, by birth shall be co-partner in her own right, in the same manner as the son. If the son can ask for, son is co-partner by default. That was the old law. So if he has the right to partition, even daughters are now as good as son for HUF. Okay, even daughters are co-partners. Being a co-partner, she can claim partition of assets in the family. The rights of a daughter in co-partnership property are equal to that of a son. Again repeating. However, other female members of the family. For example, the wife or daughter-in-law. Same thing. Wife will come from another family. Obviously, because of that, you have your own son maybe, and for the son again his wife, your son's wife, that is daughter-in-law, again will come from another family. Understood here? Of a co-parcel are not eligible for such co-parcel right. That means what? They cannot claim what? Partition. They cannot ask for partition of the family assets. Understood or no? Are you understanding here? So who can claim partition? Own daughter. Who cannot? Wife or daughter-in-law. Simple, William? Clear? Yes? The remaining things you can read. I mean, it is not that great. But yes, only one thing over here I will obviously highlight.
So your adopted daughters also have the rights?
Adopted daughter, then you'll have to read it over here in that act. Not act, because it is not given only. No. You'll have to learn that. You'll have to see that. What is the right for the adopted one. But I think so maybe. If it is done properly. All the adoptions, all the process, legally. I think so, yes, maybe. But you have to check that. Anyways, check, but just take one thing. Under Income Tax Act, Jain, okay, pay attention. Who all are considered as Hindu, even if Jain is a separate, you can say, religion. Again, we know what it is in India. Jain families and Sikh families are also considered as HUF. Again, if they are still different religion also still, okay. So Hindus, Jain and Sikhs are only considered for forming of HUF. Clear till here? And with no other religion as such can be considered for HUF. And by default, just a joint business or joint family doesn't mean HUF. It has to be either Hindu or Jain or Sikh. And it is the entire one, they are considered as one single entity. That is what we are saying. One single entity. Whatever jointly you are earning the income. Understood or no? Now pay attention, if there is an HUF like this, okay, just an example, HUF. And there are what, obviously many, what? Tell me. Co-partners? Yes. Who is earning the income as such?
Karta.
Karta is managing.
Managing, okay.
The income is earned, see, from third party's point of view. From a third party's point of view, they are doing business with the Kartas, co-partners or what? The HUF. They are doing business with the HUF. They are giving bills, they are getting invoices, checks, everything in the name of HUF. I told you now. Name, surname, whatever, and then suffix you have HUF. Bank accounts are also open in the name of HUF. Everywhere it is HUF. Correct? So income, expenditure, whatever is in the name of HUF. Now you tell me, obviously if HUF has earned the income, what will HUF do? It will or not transfer the incomes or not? In some share or the other. It is joint. I completely agree. But HUF will transfer some of the whatever income they have earned to the co-partners. It should be there, no? Or there can be joint accounts or something like that. Yes, every month you will do this, every month you will get that, whatever it is. So whatever expenditure is happening in the home, personal, whatever it is, it will be from the account of HUF. And still after that also you need something, you can take that from HUF. That is an internal arrangement, but understood here? But again, from third party's point of view, HUF is one single entity. Seems similar like partnership form. Third parties are not doing business with partners, they are doing with firm. Understood? The same arrangement. Partners might get salary, share in profit, whatever it is. Understood clear everybody? So from third party's point of view, HUF is a separate legal entity. Clear? Now, does that mean this particular co-partner, he cannot have any other income? He can have other income, obviously yes. He may not be even interested in the joint business, or he may be going only for 1 hour or a very small thing. He may want to have his own, like whatever it is. He may not even be part of the HUF. The same thing like a partner of a firm. The partner of a firm may also have other multiple incomes. No. Clear or not? Similar. Done till here? Yes? Again, I am doing the smaller ones now. Firm. Because I want to take you to the tax rate, the most important part today. We have to start with calculations. Firm includes LLP. Okay, check. Firm as defined in India Partnership Act 1932 or LLP. Okay? A partnership is a relation between persons who have engaged to this. You already done Partnership Act. Okay? Obviously, but there will be profits or not. You cannot have partnership for charity. You want to create something else, you create something else. Right or wrong? Yes? Clear till here? The person who have entered into partnership with one another are called individually partners and collectively as firm. For income tax purposes, a minor admitted to the benefits of existing partnership would also be treated as a partner. I mean, obviously, there is no issue. This is the same thing in your partnership act as well. Minor can be a partner only for the sake of benefits, right? Sure. The small only basics we have done. Understood the types of assessee. Simple. We have not yet completed fully. This is what I want to tell you about. Rates of tax. For which PY? Our syllabus बच्चों 2021, AY 21-22. Rates of tax. My first question to you: the rates of tax would be given where?
Rules.
Budget speech, financial act, annual financial act.
Finance Act. Okay, good. Now, will you be able to tell me which finance act? Every year finance act is there. For this one which we are learning, will you be able to tell which finance act told you this rates?
Finance act for 21-22.
Which is? That is not a wrong answer, but finance act comes only once a year. Just like 1961, 62, 63.
For
20? 21 is right now.
no,
It is not yet come. So last year. Okay, let me tell you. Yeah, take it, fine. No problem. Take it. See, what is the process? I think I told you earlier also. Budget speech. Okay, it is, let us say, February of every year. I am not writing year right now, okay? It is for which financial year? Already existing financial year or the next financial year?
coming financial year.
Upcoming financial year. Chalega, good. Upcoming financial year. Budget speech is nothing but summary of finance bill, which is going to become finance act. So it is as good as I am writing, bachcho, what? Finance act. Clear till here? Yes. It came in which year?
Previous financial year.
In the previous financial. Correct. So if I write down, I mean, this much you know, finance act is for the upcoming financial year. Now, if at all I write down here February 2020, okay, budget speech which has come in February 2020. The bill or act is finance act is 2020. 20. Okay, but it is coming for the financial year as such.
21-22.
2021.
2021.
2021. And financial year 2021 is nothing as, I mean, it is as good as our PY, na? 2021. So finance that we are doing is 2020. 2020. Finance that is 2020. Got it till here, everybody? Yes? And rates are given where? Finance.
Finance act.
Good. Now check, pay attention. What does it say? You will see some rates of taxes, types of persons and all of that. Type of person we have done little bit at least. At least individual we have done. Okay, individual. Okay? Because this one itself will be very much heavy for you to understand right now. So rates of tax. Individual. Okay? There is some columns given. Right now just ignore this last column temporarily. Okay? Are you able to see the table but properly? Okay? So check. What is given over here? We have your rates of taxes. Fine till here. Then we have individuals. Individuals are separate types. Sub columns you have. Below 60 years of age, that includes your minor also. Is minor a taxpayer?
Yes.
He is an assessee. How he will pay tax, that is a separate thing. That we will see later on. So first is below 60 years. Okay? That means not completed 60 years yet. Correct? Then senior citizens. Resident above 60 years of age. Okay? 60 completed or above 60. Clear till here? Yes. And again you have very senior, or you also call it as super senior citizens. Again, residents, but above 80 years of age. Clear till this categories right now we have done for individuals. Right now just focus on the below 60, the first one. Yes or no? Chalega na? So individuals below 60 years of age. Again, individual, does it include male or female or what? Or both? Both. 10 years back it was different. Women had some kind of still advantage, but now there is lots of gender equality, so both of them are taxed at the same rate. Okay, gender equality. They said that gender equality, so we gave them, right? So now both of them are taxed at the same rates. Done till here? Check. So rate of tax below 60 years of age. There's obviously income, bachcho. That means if you're earning income for the year, your entire total income.
12 months.
Do you remember total income? We had seen that in section 4. Tax is on total income earned during the year. Total income. That means tax is on total income. The total income for the entire year itself everything cumulative is only up to 2.5 lakhs. That means a person who is earning, let us say 10,000 or 15,000 rupees per month. Hey, 20,000 and let us say 20,000, let us say per month, you will reach up to 2,40,000. This is total income. Okay. If it is only up to 2.5 lakhs, he doesn't have to pay any taxes. Did you understand till here? Yes? Mahajan?
Yes.
Now, from next rupee onwards, 2,50,001 rupees to 5 lakhs. If his income is falling, his total income, always keep that in mind. Tax is on total income. Now, where the total income is reaching up to that, you have to see. Is it only up to first 2.5 lakhs or has it crossed 2.5 lakhs? And after crossing 2.5 lakhs, it is still but between up to 5 lakhs. Are you understanding? If he is that kind of person, let us see he is earning what 30,000. How much is his total income for the year? 3.6 lakhs. Samjha ki nahi samjha? So he is 3.6 lakhs is between which slab or category? 2.5 to 5. Yes, in that case, tax will be charged at 5% only on the amount which is exceeding rupees 2.5 lakhs. Clear till here? Thoda sa samajh raha sabhi ko? Little bit? Yes, till here? Yes. Then, if at all there is a person who is earning, let us say 50,000 rupees per month. Kitna? 6 lakh rupees for the year. Now he is going into the third slab you can say. Between 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Clear till here? So only that amount which is falling between 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, that will be taxed at 20%. Earlier slab amount will be taxed at 5%. Okay till here? Yes? And if at all the person is earning, let us say 1 lakh rupees per month or whatever above, that means his total income for the year is going above 10 lakh rupees. So whatever is above 10 lakhs will be taxed at 30%. Did you understand a little bit of basics till here?
Yes.
Okay? Now pay attention. In little bit of construction you might be understanding, real estate or construction. Usually the top floors of the building are costly. Why? Because of view or demand? And what else? Okay, let me ask you a very simple question. You will be learning costing also. The flat constructed on first floor or ground floor and the flat constructed on 10th or 15th floor, 10th floor let us say, will it have the same cost of construction?
No.
The last floor cost will include the below all floors cost as well.
Means what? We also call it as floor rise. Floor rise. You go on the second slab, third slab, fifth slab, whatever it is. You have to put obviously extra, you can say raw materials to reach up to that height. So that 10th floor in fact, flat has to be on the entire this cost of construction, you can say raising the building. No? It should have that cost is obviously also included. So you cannot have the same cost of construction for the first ground floor as compared to the 10th, you can say floor. Are you understand till here? Yes? That is known as virtual slabs. That is even in the case of construction or real estate. That is the reason the builder also, no? He charges you can say floor rise amount. That means if it only take first floor and second floor, it will be something similar. Second floor will be costlier but marginally costlier to first floor. Third floor should be marginally costlier to second floor and so on and so on and so on. So every floor you go on increasing, it is obviously higher. That floor is nothing but bacho slabs. We call it as what bacho slabs, hai? First slab, second slab, third slab and all of that, isn't it? That's why over here also bacho check. Higher the income, that also we have seen in direct tax. Higher the income, higher the tax. The tax rates are exactly as per the floors or rise or slabs. That's why we also call them as slab rates. Also, we also call them as slab rates because it is not a blanket rate. It is not a blanket, one single rate. No, it is as per the incomes divided into categories or slabs. Got it? Lower slab, lower tax, higher slab, higher tax. Got it? Yes. Pakka?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Fine. Now check over here. What about a person who is more than 60 years of age or completed 60 years of age, but not yet completed 80 years of age? That will be your second column. Are you understanding? Pakka? So, completed 60 years of age, but not yet completed 80 years of age, and he is also what, bacho? Resident. Now what is resident or what is not resident, that will come in chapter number 2. So have patience for that. But right now just you can understand resident and non-resident. This much you can understand. Clear? Did it have any category over here below 60 years, resident or non-resident? No. But it is saying only resident in both these cases. Above 60 years, up to 80 years and above 80 years. Clear? Now check. What do you think? The senior citizen should be given some benefit or they should be taxed more?
Benefit should be given.
Benefit should be given, pakka? Yes? Good. You are a good person. है ना? Very good. Lots of properties. Take from them. है ना? Right? Your father mother will be very much afraid of you. Take from them. Right? Okay. So check. Up to what? 3 lakhs. No tax.
But sir, actually they should be taxed more, no? Because
But they get pension.
They must be having some extra income. I mean,
Here, what about retired? Retired person doesn't get any income only. And you can't expect them to contribute to the GDP. They are happy with pension. They have done that life whatever service. If at all they want to do extra, they can do extra. But they are happy with the investments whatever they have done. No? Okay, up to 3 lakhs. Can you see that? Yes, up to 3 lakhs. Did they get any benefit? The first column is still stating the same. First column, nil. So up to 3 lakhs, nil. Did they get some benefit? Yes. Or how much?
50,000.
50,000 rupees. Very good. On 50,000 rupees, no tax. Clear?
Additional.
Now from addition, yes. From 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, same, 5%. 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, same, 20%. And about 10 lakhs, 30%. Remaining is same. That means hardly they got benefit of on that income of this 50,000. If at all, wait, this is a little bit tricky for you. Little bit. I don't expect answers. This, but so what? Both these columns. These are income or tax amount.
Income.
This is income. And that income will be taxed at that percentage rate, whatever is given in the first column. Clear till here? If I have to actually calculate the benefit which they are getting, it is on the income of 50,000. The same income of 50,000 is taxed at 5% for normal citizen. So 50,000 into
5%.
into 2,500 rupees. 2,500. That is the benefit they got. Understood here? The impact or the benefit. Clear till here? Got it? This all things we are going to actually calculate and practice. Okay, so you will understand. Don't worry. Clear? Understood? That is the only first slab there is a difference for senior citizens. But even he has to be a resident. Clear? Sure. And last one, up to. Tell me what it is given.
5 lakhs.
Up to 5 lakhs, no tax. Up to 5 lakhs,
No tax.
no tax. Again, if you compare this with the normal citizen, now can you tell me the benefit? If I say up to 5 lakhs, there is no tax.
12,500.
12,500.
Because, are you understanding why? Yes or no? So, हाँ या ना? समझो. See, if he had been a normal citizen, then he would be taxed for this 2,50,000 at the rate of 5%. So, he is getting benefit of 2.5 lakhs income, but taxed at the rate of 5%, which comes to 12,500 in cash, or you can say that kind of money is saved for the super senior citizen. For that, you have to be at least 80 years of age and earning income, which is difficult these days, you know. Yes or no? And that senior citizen of 80 years of age, what is going to do of 12,500? Chalo, theek hai. Still he got benefit. Clear? So basically, this tax slab doesn't apply to him. There is no tax slab of 2.5 to 5. Up to 5 directly, 5 lakhs, it is not taxable, or you can say tax at the rate of 0%. Clear? Remaining still the same. From 5 to 10 lakhs, 20%, and above 10 lakhs, 30%. Clear till here? Pakka? Jhakas. So check. What is the difference in column number 2 and 3 mainly? Or also what is the common between 2 and 3? It has to be resident. Yes. That means, bachcho, if a non-resident is of 65 years of age, if a non-resident is of 65 years of age, at what amount he will start paying taxes?
About 3 lakhs.
If a non-resident is of 65 years of age, at what amount he will start paying taxes? 2.5 lakhs, 3 lakhs or 5 lakhs?
2.5 lakhs.
2.5 lakhs. Sorry.
2.5 lakhs. Non-resident. Understood or not understood? Tell you. Non-resident. Because this, now pay attention, what I was trying to tell you. So the benefit of second and third column is given only to residents. So if they are non-residents, they are liable only as per this one. Below, even they will be treated like normal 60 years of age. So this will be applicable to non-residents also. Understood here? So check. For non-resident individuals, bachcho, age-wise slab is not available. That means if a non-resident is 65 years, 75, 85, he doesn't get the benefit of the regular citizens. You know? he will be treated as below 60 years of age. Clear till here? Chalo, write down in the notebook. What will you write down now? But question number 10. Okay. Calculate the tax liability. Just read first. No? Question number 10. Calculate the tax liability in each of the following cases. Okay. Assuming that a person is resident, pay attention. Age is 59. We will have multiple cases. This will take lots of pages now. So I'll later on give you half of the things for homework. Don't worry. Okay. Resident and age 69 years. Resident and age 89 years. And non-resident and the age is 59, 69 or 89. Now, first of all, the sub question number D, whether we will prepare separate for 59, 69 and 89?
No. Normal.
Doesn't matter for non-resident what is your age. You will be treated like what, bacho? Resident below 60 years. So, question number D is just doesn't matter whatever his age might be. Clear till here? Yes? Jagas?
Yes.
Okay. Now just for the sake of reading, just pay attention. You have serial number, person, okay, then gross total income, okay, and chapter 6A deduction. Deduction did we see somewhere? We heard the word deduction somewhere. From total income, some deductions will be there which will reduce your income. Pay attention. Let me just go through the basics first. Basics means the format. Check it, bachcho. Computation format. That means to calculate the tax liability, pay attention. Can you see over here? To calculate tax liability, what all steps we have to follow? Check over here. Total income computation process. Are you understanding till here? Tax is on total income. How do you compute? Check. What will you do? Determine his residency status, which will actually come in chapter number 2, whether he is resident or non-resident, Indian, non-Indian, whatever, domestic or foreign. Okay. Then classification of income, what all types of income he has in different heads, different categories. Okay. Then computation of income under each head, because we have separate chapters, no. So for that every separate chapter, what is the actual income taxable from that separate type of income. Okay. Then clubbing, that is mixing of some other incomes with the assessee's income. These all are chapters, you will understand everything. Then setting off or carry forward of any of the losses. I already gave you example today. If there is a loss, that has to be seen. Now when we do all of this, we arrive at GTI, gross total income. Then we are first adding the incomes. Just first we are adding the incomes. From that, deduction, this is plus or minus. Obviously common sense, this is minus. From GTI, clear, from gross total income. And now we arrive at bacho. Is this tax liability?
Yes.
Income? Tax liability?
Yes.
This is income. See, pay attention. They are same thing or different things? Income and tax, they are same thing? When you earn income, then you will pay tax, no? So, समझा नहीं समझा?
Sir, tax liability as in
Tax liability means tax payable.
tax payable.
हाँ, or tax total tax.
I thought taxable.
Taxable नहीं, हाँ. The tax amount.
Tax
The tax. This is your tax amount or tax liability. You can say your tax payable, whatever you want to call it. Understood here? Got it? So this total income is what? Income or tax? This is income.
Okay.
Tax liability will be calculated on
Total income.
at what rate? Just now we saw 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever. At least for individuals right now. Clear till here? Yes? Pakka? Very good. So check. So here, the formats we will see and all of that, how to go ahead, don't worry. We have first gross total income. I hope you understand how to arrive at gross total income. These entire steps go there. To arrive at GTI. I'm calling it in short GTI, gross total income. Okay. Then less, check over here. Later on also we are going to see deductions which are given in chapter 6A. But what is chapter? Which chapter I'm talking about? Chapter of Income Tax Act. Every act has chapters for specific purposes. So again, in income tax, we have a chapter which talks only about deductions from the gross total income. Understood here? So whatever sections are given in the chapter 6A, that will allow you to reduce your gross total income legally. Again, that is a separate chapter. Okay? In our syllabus also. So let us say again, for the sake of example, if this is 100 and this is 30, my net taxable income will be more 130 or 70?
70.
Everybody, if my GTI is 100 and my chapter 6A is 30, my net taxable income will be 130 or 70?
70.
Or 100 only?
70.
70. It is bachcho what? Less. It is point number C is what? A minus B. Clear till here? Okay. Now tax, this is rounded off to nearest rupees 10. Please keep that in mind. The taxable income is rounded off to nearest multiple of 10 rupees. Okay. First of all that. So you cannot calculate in paise itself. And that is given under section what? 288A. How many sections we have in income tax?
298.
290. So this is given at the end. 288A. Yaad rakhna. 288A for the taxable income. Pay attention now. On this taxable income, you will calculate tax at the given rates, whatever it is. Clear? Hai? Now you are calculating taxable income or tax liability. From here onwards, after point number D, you are calculating tax liability or taxable income.
Tax liability.
Tax liability from point number D onwards, or point number D also as such. Up to point number C is taxable
Income.
So first of all, understand difference income and tax. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. Tax on above at prescribed rates. Got it? Now check. On that tax, we might add some surcharge. Maybe on your cards, credit cards, bills, you might have seen, or even when you're doing some transaction, you might see some surcharge. That means it is a kind of an additional tax. It is an additional tax surcharge. On what, bacho? On the tax amount. It is a tax on tax. What we are talking about? Surcharge. Extra tax, little bit on your regular tax. That is your surcharge. Or less. It may also happen that. Rebate. What do you mean by rebate? Have you heard of this word rebate?
Refund. No, sorry.
Benefit.
Benefit or discount, correct. Benefit or you can say
Discount.
discount. Okay. So some again, just like you have additional tax, like surcharge, you might also get some discount. Obviously it is mutually exclusive. Either surcharge will happen or rebate may happen or nothing may happen. That is also there. Okay. So in rebate, obviously you're giving discount, so it is less. Surcharge is additional tax, so it is add. Clear till here? So but it is still on the tax amount only. Clear? Under section 87A. What is that? We will come to that also. There are so many things to understand. Okay? Now. So what will happen? Either, pay attention, normal tax plus surcharge or normal tax minus
Rebate.
rebate. Understood here? This we added at this particular figure. Clear? And on that, another small again tax. Cess. It is known as cess. Okay? Health and education cess at the rate of 4%. On what amount?
Tax
On the earlier tax amount which we have bought at tax liability. Okay? Yes, till here. So too many taxes are involved. See, cess, pay attention. I think there was a compensation. There is a compensation cess in GST. Then there was a Swachh Bharat cess. Then there was KPC, Krishi Kalyan cess. So basically, cess is only for a particular purpose. Now check, this cess is for what purpose?
Health and education.
So that amount which is collected, no, it will go in that particular funds only, on that particular departments only. It has to be used for that purpose only. Health and education cess.
Even in the current budget also they have introduced agricultural infrastructure cess.
वो भी हो सकता है. Yes, correct. In the current one, no?
Correct.
I am still doing earlier one, so this will be in the next year. August batch for the next attempt, 22 attempts. 2022 मतलब. What did I tell you? Now we are aware, बच्चों, what? Total tax payable. What did I say? Payable. ठीक है? Total tax payable. But let us say if at all you have already paid some taxes by anyhow, TDS, TCS, whatever, etc. That also will come to that later. If you have, let us say if the tax payable is, let us say 500, but you have already paid, let us say 30, so not 30, 300. So how much will be again 500? You will pay only 200, no बच्चों. कुछ समझा कि नहीं समझा? Clear till here? Again same example if I say here, your tax payable comes to 500, but by mistake or whatever, any reason, you have paid 600, what will happen? You will pay again what, 100?
No.
You will get?
Refund.
You will get refund. What till here? But whatever might be the case, okay, whatever might be the case, the final tax liability amount, the final tax liability payable amount, check, will be again rounded up to nearest rupees of 10. Okay, under what butt?
288.
288B.
B. 288B. What did बच्चों A do? किधर गया A?
Rounding
Net
of
taxable
income.
income.
It rounded off income. B rounds off tax liability. First of all, understand this difference. Taxable income and tax liability are obviously two separate things. Tax liability is dependent on taxable income. Taxable income rounding off to 88A. Both of them is common, multiple of 10. Tax liability rounding off to 88B. Clear? Again rounding off to rupees 10, multiple of 10. We'll do a very small example, then we'll wind up for today. Chalega? Don't write down, but you can write in rough maybe, because as it is, you'll be writing down in your textbook later on. This one notes. Okay? At least can you help me with this now? Help me with, obviously you have to answer. Pay attention. No calculation required. Pay attention. What is the question? Income before rounding off. Income, you call it as income or you call it as tax liability. For this right now, for the sake of example. And income after rounding off. Can you tell me now how we have to do?
685.
For that, I have to again give you some help on here. So,
Multiples of 10 है ना?
look, rounding off of income. How what will you do? 288A. What does it say? The taxable income should be rounded income. 288A income, B tax liability. Okay, should be rounded off to the nearest multiple of 10 rupees. And for this purpose, please pay attention. For this purpose, any part of rupee consisting of paise, decimals shall be first ignored. So first and foremost, you will ignore the paise. That's it. Okay. And thereafter, if such amount is not in the multiple of 10, and by default, okay, then the last figure in that amount, if it is 5 or more, we call it as round up.
Round up.
If it is up to 4, round down. Okay, the amount shall be increased to the next higher amount, which is in a multiple of 10, and if the last figure is less than 5, up to 4 you can say, okay, the amount shall be reduced to the next lower amount, which is in the multiple of 10. And the same concept also applies for 288B, that we will see. Understood? So let's do that. Tell me, if the income or whatever tax liability is 6,80,514.99,
685.
680,
520.
510.
520.
रुको
510.
रुक ना मेरे भाई रुक
99 का
99 का क्या किया 615 किया
515 हो जाएगा ना वो?
हाँ so 0.99 you made it as 5.
हाँ.
What did it tell you in the first place?
5 or more.
What did it tell you in first place? Ignore decimals. No, why do you think I am giving these examples? Ignore decimals. You know, the first and foremost is what? Ignore decimals. Now check what is the last digit. 4. Is it less than 5? It is less than 5. No. क्या हो गया? So we'll round up or round down. Just tell me that. Round down. All of you understand that? So this will become 6,80,510. Always first ignore decimals. So next one, 6,80,515.
520.
5 or more. Next one. Okay. 6,80,520.
20.
Everyone got it clear? Okay. 5 and 5.99.
Same.
20.
Do this. Ignore decimal. Can't tell usko. Remove it. Okay. Same. 680, 520.
Yes.
5 and 9.99.
685.
Ignore decimal. 9, 5 or more. 680, 520. Next one.
685.
If we round down now again. Pakka.
Yes.
Again ignore decimals.
Yes.
So again 680,
520.
520. Amazing. Understood earlier?
Yes.
Tomorrow onwards or next time in the lecture, we will start obviously with the calculation. Fine, Taylor? It's okay for today?
Yes.
Cool? Understood?
Yes, sir.
I'll obviously share this PDF with you so you can go through on your own as well. But in a day or two, obviously, I'll give you the prints as well. Done? So, tata, take care, tata, bye.